Mondays, love Mondays. I think I must have fallen asleep around 6 a.m. So I've titled the stream. Yeah, man, it reverted again. Wow. That is really annoying. Spieler, you do streaming too now. Have you noticed that Twitch just changes it back when you try to edit? You try to edit your stream titles, it just looks like it's changed over. I check and I double check, and then when I go live, maybe it's something with Streamlabs. Something with the schedule I've written to Twitch. No, maybe it's something with the Streamlabs. It saves. Maybe it saves. I don't know. Maybe it saves the original stream title when I'm going live and then changes it back or something. Because a lot of times I do this where I, like, alright, I'll change it to this, and then I start the stream, and it just, like, bloop, it reverted back to the original. Try this. Title Sleep Deprived Chess to the International Master. Are you serious? That's what I did. It's a sleep deprived Blitz challenges on lichess.org. That's basically what I wrote. Welcome, guys. I started late today. Jeez, you're a tough customer. Repun is really a tough customer. You can't please everybody. Yeah, I'm lucky I started at all. Sleeping really well after 6 a.m. today. I think there was sort of like half sleep at some point before 6 a.m. Man, I was sleeping really well between 6 and 9. I could have slept until like 3. Don't understand it. Something about Simul Sundays. I just can't sleep after that. I don't know. It does something to my brain playing those Simul games. I don't feel anxiety or stressed or anything. I just can't sleep. Alright. Why to link me? SB just linked Spieler. Why don't you link some of his quotes? Alright, so we're going to get started here. Taking Blitz challenges from the subscribers. Repun, Druv. This is actually pretty good starting late, because then everybody's all like ready. Starting 12 minutes late. We'll go to 1:30 today, because normally I'm streaming till 1:15. We'll make it up to you. So, man, I never wanted to wake up. I just kept pressing the snooze on my phone. That's the best sleep, isn't it? When you get like a snooze sleep, and you can just keep snoozing forever. You could just fall asleep for 20 times. I just keep falling asleep again. It's amazing. I wish I could do that at like midnight. You got a Chinese vaccine? That's good, Dr. Trip Chance. Well, it is relatively effective. My family seems to have some sort of weird cold now. I don't know what's going around. I thought it was allergies. But everyone has a sore throat except for me. Crossing my fingers. So I'm playing G6 here. I don't remember if Repun played I don't remember him playing the Pana of Karo Khan. Don't use Google. I have Gmail. They say that Google is not good because of all the tracking they do. I don't like the coupons that Microsoft Edge like forces down my throat. I mentioned this yesterday. That's not cool. I don't want to start up my computer and see coupons on my screen from a browser I don't use. It's obnoxious. Are you serious? H4 has been played. Of course. Interesting move. I mean, bishop g4 and g6 don't really gel together. I'm just going to play bishop g7. Still uses tracking. But Ecosio plants trees with 80% of the revenues. Well, that's good at least. That is reassuring. So knight h5 looks kind of powerful. I guess I have to take with the pawn. What is this? Super home prep. So much for the super home prep. I guess he should play rook takes h5 there. That was pretty interesting, man. Honestly, rook takes h5 looks good for white. This not so much. Not nearly as strong as rook takes h5. Yeah, I don't know. I just have this total sleep deprivation on Sunday nights. Every other night of the week is okay, but it's like devastating. I mean, White's king is pretty open in this sort of position. I mean, normally playing h4, h5 in the Panov is a very risky undertaking. I guess it could happen in some situations, but it's basically very rare that you can do this. I've probably experimented with that idea myself once or twice. Did lichess just go down? No. It's definitely not down because I'm playing. You know, it depends on where you are, though. I mean, like, when I'm in the United States, my connection is worse than from Hungary. The servers are in, like, France or whatever. I suppose, you know, from Iran, it's refresh. Why would I want to refresh? Repun is like refresh, Sladgy. Why do I need to refresh? I don't understand. It's lagging. Really? How do you know that? Wow, maybe it is down. Weird. I can't refresh. Whoa. You're serious? Maybe it is really down? What? I'm back on move 8? Is this a joke? But I already played those moves. What's going on here? Oh man, they must have like reverted back or something. Chess.com hackers. We just unplayed a lot of moves. You didn't play bishop e3. They unplayed 3 moves. They took away his inventive h4. Should I re-challenge? It doesn't matter, Asterbate. Yeah, that's like time just like went back. You did not play h3. He's asking me for a take back and then playing h3. What is going on around here? So let's just play the moves we played. It happens. I guess it didn't back up. That's crazy. Knight d5, queen d5, bishop e3, and we'll be back to where we were. Alright. I'm not going to do this. He's like improving on his game. Trying to use the... No. He's using the take back on me with rook takes h5. We're not going to do that. I told him that rook h5 was a better move, and now he's going to play rook takes h5. Are you kidding me? Arsenal fan has the handy pocket quotes, the pocket quote book. A player who would take back a move would pick a pocket. Alright. He's taking back his move with rook takes h5. I wonder if these players are even here. Like, is Druvgol even here? Man, is everything okay now? Nobody likes a take backer. But it's worth a try, right? That was weird. I've never seen exactly anything like that happen. But I guess, you know, entire games can get deleted. Dr. Tripchan says he completely won a game and it was taken back. Are you sure that game happened at all? I'm not sure about anything. I think it never happened. I just like to pretend it never happened. That's fine with me. As long as it's not my internet. But I like it. You know, I like how lichess never has any lag. It's like server 0.1. Is that even possible? Knight b3, we had this against someone else. Why am I playing d6 anyway? Maybe it's better to play... I could play bishop takes c3, that's interesting. Bishop c3, pawn c3, knight f6. Ruben did something like this. I don't know about it. You know, objectively. I always sort of frowned upon this. I'm not sure how great it is. Gingy would like do this in Blitz. Transposing into Nimzo. I never really was a big believer. But I mean, you don't encounter like knight b3 very often. But Gingy was big on static advantages, and so he would always do like bishop takes c3 in almost any available position. I don't know what my follow-up is. I mean, if I play bishop f5, try to trade off his bishop pair, he might like fix his pawn structure with c takes d. Although even that is probably fine for me, objectively. I think it's important when you give up the bishop pair. Would be stronger today's game than he was in the 80s. Well, I mean, maybe ratings were deflated. You know, obviously, rating-wise, he was like 25-75. He would probably be a little higher rated now at his peak. So bishop takes f5. I feel like there's a little bit of rating inflation now, definitely. I mean, it's a totally different world. But as far as would he be stronger? I don't know. You can take anyway. With the queen, you can trade queens. You can take with a G. Take with a queen. I like opening the G file here. There was an article on the BBC about Colombo, how he's still so popular today. Did I hear a trade of queens? I mean, the bishop's still a good piece, right? But without the white counterpart, we can adapt to try to make it a bad bishop. I mean, I think objectively white wants me to take here. I mean, he should probably not exchange bishops on f5. Let me exchange on d3 and try to bring his pawns together, no? You kept the video of him? What? What video? Oh, Svidler. I'm getting confused between Svidler, Colombo, and Roman. Knight takes doesn't work very well. So the plan was to castle queenside, right? You need a safe place to put your king. This is good. It's on a closed file, although I won't be able to attack those pawns with the rook. I think the king is safest. Yeah, Dr. Trchance is he's become a big aficionado of the accelerated dragon, I guess. Eugene and I used to study with Roman, so that's how he started playing the accelerated dragon at the same time I did. So if he trades on d8, we have good squares, better structure. I really wanted to play rook g4. Damn, psychic. The psychic network. Asteroid, I like your new Vienna. Wow. Bishop a3. That better not work. He had to play bishop a1, right? As strange as that might seem. I know it's ugly to play bishop a1, but my knight is also not really that well placed. And you're threatening c4 there. This didn't work out well for white tactically. It sounds better, yeah. I'm not sure it's actually better. I don't think the accelerated dragon is like black's best type of... It has a cool name, though. No, it's just lost. Well, they both allow them Mrazzi. I mean, Mrazzi can't be avoided. Sumaher, Arsenal fan, Asterbait. Thanks, guys, for being subscribers to the stream. Who was here in the simul yesterday? Just Asterbait? No, I mean, accelerated dragon is e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6. I'm sorry, knight f3, knight c6. d4, c takes d, knight takes d4, g6. It doesn't depend on knight f6 like when you play g6 on move 3 or move 4. Move 4. g6 on move 4. Hyper-accelerated dragon is g6 on move 3. It's a question of when you play g6. Accelerated or hyper-accelerated. It doesn't depend on knight f6. The normal dragon is d6 on move 2. No. So the normal dragon would be, yeah, g6 on move whatever, move 5. What am I talking about? You see, this is what happens when you're sleep deprived. I'm just like rambling and don't even know what I'm talking about. You know what the normal dragon is. Schieberspieler walked through the simul hall. Yeah. I noticed that. Guys, if I'm just rambling and nonsensical today, send me some sleeping pills in the mail. I really had 3 fantastic hours of sleep last night. The other thing that's interesting is in the last 2 nights I've been getting tons of dreams. I can't really remember them. But the thing that sticks out is that I really had a lot of very detailed dreams. Which usually means you're sleeping deeply. REM sleep. But even 3 hours of REM sleep isn't really gonna cut it. Definitely there was an alien involved. 2 nights ago, there was some sort of alien dream. Alright. I guess I shouldn't have subscribed to American Horror Story on Amazon. Rookie 8. Should I just do e4 at some point here? e4, pawn e4, knight e4. I don't know what else to do, honestly. Am I dropping a pawn? The thing with every dragon is you have to know the lines. I mean, the normal dragon seems like it's better for white a little. The accelerated dragon seems like it's better for white a little. They have that in common, but very different stylistically. I mean, the reason the accelerated dragon is better for white is the Marazzi, and the reason the normal dragon is better for white is the Yugoslav attack. Completely stylistic opposite positions. One is very dry, where white has a tiny space advantage. The other one is like a race sort of line. But, you know, I'm not enough expert. You have to ask Owain Jones about the dragon. The normal dragon. Queen e4, bishop g5, queen h7 check, king f8, queen h8 check. That doesn't look right, master. Master? I guess we're sacrificing a piece here. Bishop e7, pawn d3. Speaking of horror stories, wow, I've never lost a piece in the Queen's Gambit like this. It's really strange. I just assumed it was mate till it wasn't. Yeah, it's funny. All my life, I've never dropped a piece like this. You know, you usually see themes that come up, you know, again and again. This seems like a fairly common type of position. You think it would have happened before. I'm down a piece for a pawn. Very little compensation. I guess e4 isn't a good move, after all. Well, I mean, the problem is bishop takes e7, knight takes c3. You lose a pawn. I dropped a piece in the last 3 games we played. That's good. You must be playing me at the right time. And I won 3 out of 3. Just kidding. Oh, this is horrible. Even like check king e7, queen g7, rook g8 is terrible. Rook c3. Maybe there'd be some chance my rook could lift laterally if I played a c3. I wonder. Theoretically. Definitely some comp. No, Arsenal, I love your optimistic attitude. Gotta respect the optimism. It depends on how you define comp, right? Seems like an inane move to play. I'm down a piece. I'm going to retreat my bishop now. That's great. Jesus, it's like playing God. Queen f4. He's playing the meanest possible moves. And he's like super fast too. Look at that. I was down to 0.1 seconds. Not playing like a player who's like focusing on consolidation. He just keeps attacking. It's a nightmare. But that's reflective of his style. Just drop the exchange as well. It's completely crushed. Nice game. Wow. Check this opening he played. Never in my life. It's crazy. B6 and bishop a6, and it's a total theoretical novelty. Never in my life seen anybody do that. And I just don't know what to do now. I'm like out of moves. And I played this. And this doesn't lose a pawn? That's weird. How does this not lose a pawn? Bishop e7? What? How does this work? What am I missing here? What do I have? Some kind of crazy attack with bishop takes h7 check? Are you serious? Is there like this or something? Wow. Bishop h7 check. Look at that. In between move I can play. So e4 wasn't a blunder, it was the following move. I have never seen this happen. I mean, I've seen the Greek gift before, but never in an intermezzo form like this before, with the bishop sitting on e7. That is so unique. King takes h7, knight g5 check, king g6. And now this is protected by the guy there. Check. It's crazy. and you're losing your queen. So that doesn't work. He has to play king h8. Another variation would be like takes, check, king g8, queen h5, knight f8. That's always good. Knight f6. Damn. So e4 was okay. I just have to play this, and it's a normal position after that. It's not like I dropped a piece. Like, I thought I was mating him, but I'm not, because he like walks away. I just assumed this was decisive, but he just walks away. King here, check, king e7. Draw my queen. Alright, anyway, good game. Arsenal fan? We learned something new today. I have never seen anything like that. Where's my viewers? Where is everybody? Alright. Caro Khan. Nils, what's up? The g4. No, knight c3, yeah, bishop d8 doesn't work. John Mac TV, welcome. You have a present. What's your present? I love presents. I see your present. Alright. Present on behalf of Twitch trolls. c5 is a move here? I feel like I saw a game with that didn't work out well for black. I know there was like more aggressive ways black can play this with like bishop g6 instead of bishop d7. I wonder what Schieberspieler would say. He likes the Caro Khan. How does he feel about g4? Never used to be considered really, really sound. This doesn't look right. I don't know. Something about knight f3 with g4 looks wrong. But I suppose BFD. It's not that bad. I mean, you know, I think of like the knight c3 g4 setups the way John Nunn used to play. Like normally you put your knight on e2, and then like, you know, you're rolling with the, this is why knight f3 is weird. You know, you're rolling with the pawns normally. Well, I was thinking of playing h5 on the other side, but I guess he just takes it, so we don't really have any other option. Yeah, maybe not, though. I'm going to play on this side. Yeah, I mean, I think this is fundamentally correct. There are moments where h5 is a good move, though. I'm not sure this is the right one. It's like playing a5 in the Bayonet King's Indian. Learning chess, what's in the arsenal today? Speaking of Arsenal, have they won any games yet? Matches? Guys, please subscribe. Be part of the community. Zuckertorg played 6,000 plus games with Anderson. Are you serious? Those are like Skittles games, right? We're obviously not talking about tournament games. That's a lot of games back in those days. We're talking like world record. Man, those guys must have had no life at all. I love these hypothetical questions. Zuckertort wouldn't even be a GM. If we could teleport him in time, he wouldn't be Zuckertort. What would he be? I don't know. Philosophical questions. Would Bobby Fischer be better than Magnus Carlsen if he were alive today? Right. Irrelevant. No, Zuckertort was extremely strong. I don't know if that's a question that can be answered. It seems like physical impossibility. Though maybe Jeff Bezos can do something about it. Maybe Jeff Bezos can start to like bring people back to life. If we could do like a Lovecraftian sort of thing where you just take the dust of people's bones. You can bring them back to life from their DNA or something. Anyway, I really ought to just play some chess here. What am I doing? We can finally find out if Zuckertort was really Grandmaster material. Thanks to Jeff Bezos and his space explorations. Queen d2. What do you make of this, anyway? I guess I have nothing better to do than just take. This seems wrong, though. It definitely seems wrong. But I don't have a better suggestion. You're wondering if Queen b6 is a good move. Well, I'll give you Yasser's phone number and you can hook up with him over there in the Netherlands. You can compare notes on the virtues of c4 in the Caro-Kann advanced variation. Here we go. Wow. Wow, baby. I'm loving this position. This is better than McDonald's. Blunderiferous. I wanted to play that? Seriously? What am I gonna do? Blundiferous. Damn. Why am I so short of freaking time? I could have taken and played, like, Queen a6. It's Carol powerhouse. Jesus Christ. That move. Nils like having a conversation with himself. No one said c4 was terrible, except for you. I don't think I implied that it was terrible. Definitely, it's an idea. Did I imply it was terrible? Didn't mean to do that. Just an option I decided not to go for. Maybe I should start thinking about playing the French defense instead. I might as well. Nils subscribed. I already have immense respect for you. But I would definitely have more so if you became a tier 3 subscriber. Just kidding. Just kidding. He's rushing me. You're rushing me, son. Stop rushing me. He has a tactical answer to everything, this guy. You're rushing me, kid. What an interesting endgame. Gotta love knight and 2 connectors versus bishop and 2 connectors. So Arsenal, great opening. You had me pretty busted. But this knight f3 move, it's really took me by surprise. I don't know what to do here. Now play me. Yeah, so look at this position. 10 games. And the engine actually likes knight f3. Nobody played knight e2, strangely. Thought that was normal sort of setup. So apparently c5 is too important. You have to play bishop e3. And then black plays it anyway. I thought I saw a game where black played c5 here, but I guess I'm just hallucinating. It's weird. The weirdest thing, I would swear I saw this just the other day in the database or in the opening explorer. But it must have been a very slightly different position. Possible to play c5 right away. I don't know. Queen c8, that looks strange to me. I saw this Dreyev game. This seems misplaced. We have to play e6, so knight f3. And then the black player played h5. But this does seem better. You know, now there's no games here. Yeah, I don't remember that arsenal. I've had similar games with like Morales. So we're following a GM game. I played the same move that this Grandmaster played, Ovechkin, Queen b6. And the engine says it's definitely a mistake. I should play h5. I was debating to play h5 even on the last move. Yeah, I mean, seriously. I don't know. Do you take? Do you play g5? But I feel like I got a bad position here quickly. We're literally following this game. Where Nils' suggestion of c4, I did consider this for a moment. No, I mean, I think this is a reasonable move. I don't usually like try to do that unless White is castled queenside. This is definitely, you know, dangerous if he's castled, but he's not castled yet. You like c4 instead? I mean, he's not castled yet. I'd love to do it once he's castled. Anyway, guys, interesting game. I thought Arsenal was close to winning, frankly. Asterbait with the challenge. Alright, Nils, where are you? Nils is next. Asterbait is a VIP. Someday Nils may also be a VIP troll. Asterbait, where are you? VIP troll subscriber. Thanks, man, for subscribing. Seriously. Can't understand what? Why you're not a VIP. Well, basically, you could have been, but you dropped out, started your career and stuff, instead of just living in your parents' basement and watching my stream. If you had lived in your parents' basement and watched my stream, you could be a VIP too. But you chose a career instead. Dubious decision at best. You would definitely be 2200 by now. Alright, Asterbait's playing the Grand Prix attack. This is the roommate variation. Wow. My former roommate, who I basically taught to play chess, got him up to like 1700. He was insistent on playing this move, even though it sort of sucks. I wonder, knight e4. You know, I wonder about it. Knight e4, like d6, knight e4, takes, he sacks the pawn. Been so long since I faced this. The former roommate. Asterbait, what are you doing? Going nuts with d4. cd4, knight d4. How can you dare to do that? He has some trap here. What about knight b5? This never even occurred to me. That shouldn't work. Alright, we're cool. We're cool. We're dismantling his center. You gotta watch for these knight jumps. I mean, the other question is, like, should I play d5? But I think there white can maybe play bishop e5. Drop a pawn. Sacrifice is the active word. Sacrifice a pawn. He's not dropping it. He's just sacrificing his center for activity. Kind of interesting, like, take, what? Okay. Now you've gone too far, man. You gotta take, and then when I take, what do? Bishop g5, knight f3 check. I was looking at fe, knight takes c5, bishop g5. But this is just unsound. I mean, now he's like lost. This is crazy. I mean, I have your knight driven back to a3. Yeah. It's, what time is it? It's 3 a.m. in Las Vegas. And I'm playing like I have ADHD. Queen b6 or knight e7. Instant bishop g5. That is a good move. But it's too little too late, isn't it? Oh no, he's gonna trap my king in the center. Just kidding. Just kidding. I hope I don't fall for Acerbate's evergreen game. Now, I've had a lot of interesting experiences when I'm sleep deprived. It's basically the same as having a hangover. It's like an early stage hangover. It's a little bit like being drunk. It's like the early stage of hangover where you're still a little bit drunk. And it doesn't feel that bad. It's the later stage of hangover that's bad. It's okay, Ripun. The crowd was pretty harsh with you. I'm not mad about that. But it didn't feel fair to me, so I just left the game. Conditions aren't fair. But I don't, I'm not angry about it. Whatever. Live and learn. We had a very strange situation in the beginning of the stream where one of the games like reverted back 3 moves and just never happened. My opponent tried to change his moves. After the fact. Alright, Acerbate, you're down a piece. Thank you for your cooperation. A rook, to be exact. Far too generous. But Acerbate, it's, speaking of sleep deprivation, I don't know when Acerbate actually sleeps. I have the feeling Acerbate must have, like, permanent sleep deprivation. He just lives with, like, sleep deprivation 7 days a week. That's the impression that I have. Man, this is not good for white. Acerbate is still adjusting to learning to play the white side of the Grand Prix attack. It is like one of White's most popular setups against the Sicilians, so you know, we have pretty extensive experience dealing with this. It's like one of the most, let's say, 3 most popular anti-Sicilians. Dr. Trip Chance? Alright. Where's that bishop going on this diagonal? Man, Aspate. This was not a good game. But you can't play that e5 and let your center get punked out. You gotta play for f5. Entrenchment. It's good to have doubled f-pawns. Nils is up next, and GM Sean. We've got about, well, we've got more than an hour. Time seems to have slowed down during sleep deprivation. Somehow. I did drop a piece against Sumaher, but it was a weird piece drop. I'm not that bad tactically. I'll probably be worse in a few hours. I have to work today too. Alright, Astrobate, bad opening. So this is not okay to do e5 here. Bad moves become good ones if they're left unpunished. If black doesn't respond alertly, yes, you have access to powerful threats. But what's the point? I play d6 now. You could play d5, as I said before. Right there. d6, d5, or knight h6. What I normally do is like d6. When white takes, I've experimented with this move, knight h6 as well. An old favorite of my friend David Vigorito's. Anyway, alright. Nils. Almost got my first smothered mate. Your first one? Damn. Chess is beautiful when it's new. Ode to my first smothered mate. I have to say though, seriously, like chess was more fun when I first started playing. Everything is like new and interesting. That's the beauty of it. Now I'm an old, bitter, jaded chess player. Even now it's still interesting. Amazingly. But we're gonna have to call in Mr. Coffee to get this chat under control. Yeah, no, I mean, I love drawing bad positions. Can you play the... That's weird, I just thought of something strange. I'm gonna try something crazy. Budapest Gambit deferred. See, I think he already made an inaccuracy. Probably like bishop g5 here. Although there I can play queen d7. Maybe it's not so bad. I mean, objectively what he's doing is maybe okay. I'm wondering if bishop g5 is more accurate. But Nils kind of likes, like, he kind of likes mainline sort of stuff. So I thought if I played some weird gambit, it would put him off. Now bishop g5. Still makes sense. It's never too late for bishop g5. Bishop e7 trading queens is not really appealing. This is only a minor inconvenience. Dude, are you kidding me? Oh my god. This is sick. I just missed knight takes f2. Knight e3. Jesus. Doesn't work. Alright, I have to play knight f2. Damn, dude, that's just evil. Knight f2. Nils resigns. Cancels his subscription to the stream. Oh my god. Can't believe I didn't do that. With knight f2, king f2, bishop g3 check, and I win his queen on d1. Man. Yeah, it's very similar to England Gambit, right? Absolutely. I don't play the England Gambit, for sure. But maybe for fun, we should do stuff like that more often. This is definitely unsound. Can't believe I didn't see it. Why would I play this crap and not look for that? Tactic, at least. Okay, clearly the queen is misplaced at d7. Bishop g3 check. Yeah, I win a queen for 2 pieces. Queen for 2 pieces and a rook. Are the chess rankings based on the standard ratings? You mean on lichess? What are you talking about? You mean world chess rankings, like? Yeah. I guess. Yeah, it's based on standard ratings. What is going on? He played a3. What? Free pawn? Or more? I could have taken on c4. Nils seems disoriented. Bishop takes h3, knight h4. Now he's defending his pawn. Seems like a logical move. No, knight h4 wasn't that big a deal. I just said queen f6. I guess his move was actually not bad under the circumstances. Two bishops. It's a nice piece. Pretty good. I have a really beautiful game I won. The closest to mine. I don't even know if I can remember the moves. I don't know. Some decent wins. I don't think we can compare it to the Evergreen game. Whoa. He likes bishop pair. Alright, enough is enough for this. What am I doing? You might have an obsession with the bishop pair. Adequate. My knights are adequate. Good verbiage. My knight trapped yet? Almost. It's trying. Is that a good square? Man, I think it's a draw. It should be a draw. You should have enough compensation to hold this, objectively. The pawn is good, but the two bishops compensate. He should be alright here if he's just really careful. Computer is calling it equal. I think that's a fair assessment. Apparently I missed something. Check and takes on b2. Wow. You're not threatening anything. But I was totally panicking. Yeah, man. People have actually played this. I don't believe it. Slappy Kosh and Carpintero. What a piece of crap. Black played knight e4. My move's better. It's an improvement. What kind of... Butnorius didn't take the pawn. My god. It must be like a... I mean, that has to be like a... That has to be a joke, man. I mean, like a badly recorded game or something. I mean, how could a 24-42 player not take this pawn? No, we gotta try knight g4. This is a new move. And now we've transposed. So clearly it's like d6 was played by this guy. What is this? A real game? These are not... These have to be correspondence players. d6 in the... It's just a deformed... Yeah. Bishop g5, man. Now I have to play queen d7. Okay, it would have transposed. This is amazing, though. Nils to move and lose. This is awesome. White to move and lose. h3. White to move and not lose. And I miss it. Knight takes f2. God. That's why you play stuff like this. This is Eric Rosen's life. Like playing for cheap gambits and stuff. I'm just so distant from that. You know, I never really played cheap gambits and stuff. Once in a while, once when I was stoned, I played the Budapest Gambit in a tournament game and lost to a 2100. But I mean, under normal circumstances, I would never play utter garbage. I guess the Budapest isn't that bad, but this is like a really... This is basically the England Gambit. Yeah. But I mean, to miss this move, seriously? If you want to be mean, you could even play like here, right? Like this also wins. Because if king e1, then you go bishop f2 anyway. I don't know, man. That's so sick to lose sight of that. I should just hang my head in shame. Can you say non-existent? I don't know. Depends on how much money you have, I guess. More than mine. If he has enough money, I guess he could buy the title. Alright, chess winner 50. This is a new opponent. He does really not have enough games. Correspondence games. No, the guy is very obnoxious. I don't like people like that. What should I play in classical against e4? Ah, this variation. But I mean, once I fell into a trap here, let's see. What was it again? Oh, I'm supposed to take? What am I talking about? I have to take here. Mr. Coffee, what's up? Funny, I don't remember that being a move. Why? Strange. What's up with this? Why is this so unfamiliar to me? I mean, it's not supposed to be good for white. Am I supposed to play BC? Really? Oh man, maybe this is just really strong here. BC? I just don't get it. I mean, I must have played this position like a million times in Blitz. Strange. Yeah, I mean, I see the time. I just don't understand how this... Again, another one of these like weird positions that I don't understand how I've never had this position happen before. It's very strange. I feel like I lost the tempo or something. What? Just don't get it. I'm like playing this position for the first time in my life. Should have happened a lot. Very odd. Oh, he challenged me to the wrong time control. And he doesn't have enough games. Perfect. Yeah, I didn't realize it was 3+2. We don't play 3+2. Right. Do I look like a communist? Hikaru supports chess.com because they pay him shitloads of money. I mean, it's obvious. All he cares about is money. I guess that makes you the opposite of a communist. Man, I'm like trying to drop a piece here. Well, it's not like lichess is making a huge money, man. Alright. White is time-oriented. He obviously doesn't play like increment. Edward Elric is here. Wow, that's a great move. Holy crap. It just doesn't work. My opponent is just way too obsessed with moving fast. It's not that I dislike Hikaru. You know, he's a great player, and he's not really a bad guy. I have nothing against him. Yeah, he's legitimately a great player. Gets my respect for that. And he's not, you know, he has some personality. Can we just end this? Well, I don't watch the stream on a daily basis. Maybe he's too bitchy. Alright, we all have our problems. This guy's problem is that he resigns too early. You definitely should not resign too early. Stalemate. All right. So what do we got? Logical chaos, 5+3. Yeah, I let that challenge slip in there because of my deprived sleep state. I'm not sharp enough. GM Sean, Repun, and Viktorovich. Great to have Viktorovich back. We were worried about you, Edward Elric. I was worried about you. Hadn't seen you in a month. Thought you got stuck in Ukraine forever. On the Donetsk front or something. Fancy mate. Speaking of you, Yevgeny. In other words, Eugene. Why don't I want to play you? What? Wait, what? Why don't I want to play you? Like, I should play you ahead of the other people who are ahead of you in the list? Is that how it works? Sorry, I didn't realize. I didn't know. I just take the challenges, like, in the order I get them from subscribers and then players. I didn't know I was, like, skipping people. Really? I said I didn't want to play you. No. But I do take the subscribers to the stream first. Repun already played me. Logical Chess, Chaos, Berdinsky. But I will skip temporarily the people who aren't subscribers. Yeah, I didn't mean I didn't want to play you. But I do ask that people have 100 rated games or challenge me the right time patrol, and you're qualified both ways. I didn't want to skip over any challenges. But Yevgeny might be a subscriber. I should do more with my YouTube channel. I want to be, like, trendy. Well, I'm not going to make a big deal out of that. You know, if I create content, I'm going to make, like, something constructive. You know, that's my problem with people who just make videos for the sake of superficial attention. I'd rather create something with lasting content, you know? I have one good YouTube video that's very popular. I'd rather have just a few really good videos than just, you know, upload every mate I did. Moobot was asleep. Unfortunately, life is too short. To do all things you want to do. Like sleeping. Nice to come back and see Edward Elric. Yeah, we're gonna have a tournament tomorrow night. Rapid tournament tomorrow night. This is very good position for white, I would say. I could take on c5 and play bishop f4. Not sure if I'm threatening anything. Let's see, take, bishop f4, threatening to trade queens and win material. How does he counter that diagonal? There are many good moves for white here. Queen a4 could walk into b5. He's trying to play this. Okay, honestly, he's also got b5. This is interesting. But I don't know about this move. I mean, there's also a major disadvantage that I'm extending his diagonal here. But I can't imagine this is bad for white. You don't trust people who say they don't like money. Well, I would never go that far. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Clearly, money is not my... I didn't say I don't like money. I like money. You know, I'd like to have a lot of money. But it's not my... I don't like... Yeah, it's not what drives me to wake up in the morning. Like a lot of people. I just want to have enough money to live, you know. I'm not greedy. A few billion. I don't know, I'm not money oriented enough. I'm not good at marketing. Never cared enough. If I had a lot of money, I would play unlimited GM tournaments till I got the title. I would have done that a long time ago. Like some people. Alright. But I'm not as talented as some people, you know. What can I do? Dude, you should already be a billionaire by that. Just... You've already donated way more than $50. I wish you the best. Nils, very generous sponsor. Is bishop takes c3 an issue here? Not really. I mean, I don't think it should be a major issue, but I'm not sure I'm thrilled about it. This is a good move. I mean, he might even play bishop e5 to try to trade off. Speaking of bishop e5. Alright, anyway. I don't like e5 as much, because this loses the d5 square. Although my bishop... It's a London bishop now. Pretty blocked in on h2, possibly forever. In exchange, I get the d5 square, though. Which is really pretty juicy. Yesterday game. It's okay, even if I don't become a billionaire or even a GM. Jeff Bezos can bring me back to life later. Or something like that. Give me a good burial. Maybe they can clone me. Does playing GM tournaments require lots of money? Well, I'll give you an example. I was thinking of something, Rikun. There are tons of Indian players coming to Budapest to play the GM tournaments here. Because there have been some other successful Indian players. But, I mean, it crossed my mind, like, the other day, and I started thinking about it, and I realized the reason, right? The problem is, when you have a Grandmaster tournament, there have to be players from at least, like, 4 countries in the tournament. This is a major problem. That's why you don't have Grandmaster norm tournaments in India. You might get players from Pakistan or one other neighboring country or something. But, I mean, in India, it's very hard to come up with, 4 title players from 4 nations, especially now, with COVID and stuff, even more so than ever. So Indian players, for example, Europe is a great place because we have so many countries compressed together in a small area. But it does cost a lot of money. All those players who are coming with their moms and entourages and their family and brothers and sisters and dads or whatever, mostly kids and teenagers, it costs a lot of money. I mean, imagine how much it costs to travel from India to Hungary, stay here for 2 weeks or a month or 3 months or 6 months or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's not cheap. Mainly travel and accommodation. That's the thing. Plus you have to pay an entry fee, wherever you're playing, in Gibraltar or closed tournaments. The only people who don't pay entry fees to big, strong tournaments are grandmasters, basically. So think about the expenses for playing in one GM tournament. I mean, it's extremely a lot of money. You got to pay for airfare, accommodation, food. You're not working, so that's opportunity cost of not working. For me, it's you got to add that on as well. It's extremely expensive. That's why mostly just teenagers become grandmasters now. I mean, they're the only ones that aren't working full time that can afford to play in chess tournaments. They have to have independently wealthy parents who have time to take them to tournaments. But a lot of the Indian players sometimes get sponsorships from things state airlines, and you do have some backing, I think, with Indian players more than others, as far as maybe airfare or something like that. I've known Indian players who were semi-sponsored by companies. Not so much in the West, unless you're friends with some billionaire. It's more it's expensive, So I'm saying I would have to be very lucky to become a GM at this stage. I'd have to have fantastic results every time I played, which is not very often. Isn't it possible to become a GM by playing only in your country? It is, theoretically, and a lot of Americans have done it. Because we have a lot of foreigners coming to the US to play in tournaments. It wasn't easy when I was young, but now there's more tournaments in Charlotte, some other, St. Louis. They didn't used to have that. And the other thing is that requirements have changed. It used to be required to have round-robin tournaments, but now that's been done away with. So it's easier to become a GM than it used to be. The round robin was the biggest problem, and that's been eliminated. It's still not easy, though. You still have to have a 2600 performance rating. wherever you're playing. I disagree with Nepomniachtchi's New York Times article where he makes it sound like making a GM norm in the first Saturday tournament in Hungary is like easy, and it's not. You know, I mean, those tournaments, to form 2600 in any tournament, I don't care who your opponents are, is not an easy performance. Magnus Carlsen, Hikaru, Caruana, all of these players have played here in Budapest in closed tournaments. And the Pomniachtchi's like talking trash about it, for example. Well, he's never been here, so he can pretty much like suck it. I mean, that's ridiculous. When was the last time the Pomniachtchi played in Budapest? Never. But it's good enough for Magnus, Hikaru, and Caruana, and myriads of other strong players. How do I make progress here? Alright, I don't like my king on h1. Why is my king, on g1? Yeah, in general, it's hard to make a GM norm, but to make it in one country, it's becoming more and more possible. It didn't used to be, you know, without leaving your home country. That's why I had to travel to Europe to play. In the 90s, I had to travel. I couldn't make GM norms in the United States. There was like 3 tournaments I could play in a year that would qualify, at most. Now there are many more because of the St. Louis Chess Center and all this other stuff. Many more than there used to be. But I'm saying, like, in India, it's virtually impossible. How are you going to have tournaments with like 4 different countries represented there? Okay, Sri Lanka, India, maybe Pakistan. I don't know how your relation is with the Pakistani players. It's not that easy like it is in the United States. Plus, we have tons and tons and tons of immigrants from other countries in the United States, where there's like there's no good players in Pakistan, I guess. Not many. So China maybe, but China's not that close. Yeah. China. It's just hard to get 4 countries. You know, how many players are from Sri Lanka? Neighboring countries to India are not like that chess. China's kind of complicated politically. You know, they don't just like let the players go wherever they want and stuff. Alright, we have 37 minutes left. No, I'm just thinking China's not the best example. It's not like the Chinese players. They can't even log on online. Like, you want them to play in a tournament in India? They're not even allowed to play on lichess. They have to like secretly get a VPN to play online chess. You know? I saw a couple the other day. It's like illegal to play online chess or something. Liam? Who? He's Vietnamese and he lives in the United States, right? We're talking about Quan, the guy who like went to St. Louis and was adopted by a billionaire. Nice life. But I wouldn't compromise though. I wouldn't sell my soul to a Republican billionaire. Let's try something else. H5. You're talking about Liren, Ding Liren? Well, you know, I feel sort of sorry for Arunyan. I mean, he lost his girlfriend in a tragic accident. It's like, it feels like he's trying to just sort of start his life over again. Or was it they were married? I didn't realize they were married. So he, I can see that for him. He was living in Germany before. I don't know if they were married yet or not. That was a couple years ago. But anyway, that's not the point, I can see wanting to start over if you're like Aronyan in a new place or whatever. A lot of people do that when they lose their spouse. They're like widowed, move to a new place. I could see that. But it's true. He was already living in Germany. I mean, come on. He was already like out of Armenia. I mean, how can Armenia... It's like Hungary also. The Hungarian Chess Federation can't really support super grandmasters. Like, Leko has been distant forever. Judith Polgar was very distant. Smaller countries like Armenia and Hungary, our chess federation doesn't have the money to back those kind of caliber players, like some Western billionaire. But agreed, they probably didn't support them as much as they should. But a lot of times, star players develop a sort of Bobby Fischer-esque, like, I'm the greatest. You have to do everything to support me. I'm only going to play on these terms. I mean, it became like common, like Anand wouldn't play for the Indian Olympic team. It's funny, now he's playing for he's playing on the Indian online Olympiad team. Before he wasn't even playing he didn't always play for the team. They've had disagreements. He was also living in Spain for a long time. Polgar, Leko have had years where they would not play. Now Judith's like totally retired. Yeah, true. Like Yevgeny's saying, the U.S. Chess Federation is a joke, but honestly, like, Sinkfield kind of took over all the stuff. He's like taking over the U.S. championships, taking over tons of stuff, weakening the Chess Federation, sort of unintentionally. It was already weak to begin with, but with Sinkfield like filling in this void, like the U.S. Chess Federation is probably like more depleted and weaker than ever. So they just sort of rely on him now to do a lot of stuff, or the St. Louis Chess Center or whatever. I mean, I think it's crazy that the U.S. Championship is being held in St. Louis every year. St. Louis, the center of U.S. chess. But anyway, we had a question, what's the most money I ever won? A lot less than poker. Not much. I don't think I ever won more than like $3,000 in a chess tournament. I don't remember exactly. I mean, I've won like 5 figures numerous times in poker tournaments, and I've never won more than $3,000 in a chess tournament. If someone is a GM, does FIDE pay some money to him every month? Absolutely not. The trick is to play in a lower section with all the other internet sandbaggers. Like, hey, it's Miro. The under 1200 prize. Guys, does my stream title still say sleep deprivation? I couldn't sleep until 6 in the morning. We did get a solid 3 hours sleep. But I like the way this position is get going on the dark squares. I don't like where my knight is going. Speaking of going. Wait, why can't I go to d7? Okay, that's the point. He's going to undermine my control of b5. My knight will have to go to h7 and then f8 and crawl back in the game. At least there's a way to get it back in the game. And also possibly f6. Intelligence is with every aspect of life. Not just chess. If money is your goal, becoming a GM is not really the best path. Well, I think that, that's become more obvious now, with players doing live streaming and making a lot of money from it. But I think always it wasn't necessarily the grandmasters who made more money. I mean, if you take like Jeremy Silman, one of the better and more successful chess authors, how many chess authors actually made a decent living from writing? Not very many. But it wasn't, like Silman is an average IM. He didn't make a good career as a chess writer because he's a GM. He did the best job marketing himself as a chess writer, better than others. But he deserved it for writing, quality chess books. Do I know about Gary? Not much, man. He came to Budapest 10 years ago. I had a quick draw with him in an IM tournament. I didn't really like playing these IM tournaments, and I rarely did. But I got paid to play. My motivation is never real high in those. I remember a relatively short draw against Gary. He was just a kid back then. But he played very solidly. But I think, other than that, I don't know much about the guy. Yeah, I mean, I commented on that a long time ago. I don't like the way he called himself Grandmaster Gary. I don't watch the guy's streams. I know that he seems like a nice enough kid, but it's misleading to call yourself Grandmaster Gary. But whatever, I'm not going to take him to court for impersonating a grandmaster or something. I mean, I know he probably doesn't mean it like that. But it does imply to the uninitiated that you're like a grandmaster. A lot of noobs probably think he's a grandmaster. He does seem like a friendly person, and he seemed nice enough when I met him. Yeah, I mean, what good chess player's dream isn't to be a grandmaster? My friend Zlatko Linčić, who is a grandmaster, it's kind of like being rich, The problem with it is, like, even if you are a grandmaster, it's not a big difference. Once you're rich, you're rich. You don't appreciate it. Rich people are never happy till they get richer. Being a grandmaster doesn't guarantee you happiness, apparently. Zlatko said, titles don't mean anything, rating doesn't mean anything. Winning tournaments means something to him. I mean, I guess everyone's different. There are a lot of GMs who are under 2,400 now. Bradinsky is really putting up a fight here. I just realized I have king takes f6. I remember, wow, how does that work? I remember there was this guy who I really dislike, who I will not name, that came to our chess club in Boston, and he put up a sign like take lessons, international master X, and he was like not an international master. He was a FIDE master, and he put up a flyer like advertising that he was an international master. I thought that was really bizarre, especially since I was an international master who was teaching chess. Later, he did get the title somehow, though I suspect it might have been somewhat suspicious. Indo Queen is raiding with a party of 11. What's up? Bradinsky. Thanks for the raid, Indo Queen. Alright. We're just hanging out for another 25 minutes here. Indo Queen is from the US. Must go cook. Enjoy. I'm enjoying hanging out with my friends here. Thanks for the raid. We don't know what to do. Bradinsky defended pretty well. Unorthodox. An unorthodox defender. But I think he's going down here, finally. I've only got time for 1 or 2 more games. Where's the knight for? Tricky knights. Guys, you can check out Indo Queen. Thanks, Mubat and Mr. Coffee, for your help. Anyway, mate. Superior logic. Sorry, guys, I'm a little, all over the map today, conversationally. Didn't sleep enough last night. Don't even know what I'm doing. We got a request to join our team, Rock Rider from India. Okay, thanks for joining our team. Tomorrow night, I'm glad I found King F6, Bradinsky. If I hadn't found that, I would have been in deep trouble. Logical chess, logical chaos. Logical chaos, and we got challenges from subscribers. Guys. I only have time for 1 or 2 more games. I feel bad for logical chess, though. Logical chaos. He's playing the Larson system. He was waiting a long time. Would I take a 3+2? For you, Yevgeny, I would. Challenge me to 3+2. Excel Poker if you want, and hey, it's Miro. If you want to modify those to 3+2, I will play 3+2 just for you guys. Just now, to make the games a little faster. I wouldn't mind switching the time control just this once to try to get those subscriber games in, if you want to. Yevgeny. Hey, it's Miro. Anyone who's a subscriber can change to 3+2. I'm gonna try to play a few more games before I have to go. We had a sudden surge of challenges from subscribers here at the last possible minute, which is unexpected. Subscriber surge. I should really just reschedule my life and start the stream a little bit later, ideally, because it's always very slow from 11 to 12. I think people don't like to. They just don't like to start playing chess before midday. Alright, so classic setup here. No, I don't think king h1 is bad. This looks normal. It's basically setup that was commonly played by no late extremes, not for Miro. It's the opposite. I'd have to reschedule my whole life to do that, actually. My lessons are usually in the afternoon. Do streaming in the mornings or the evenings. So I'm going to play Yevgeny, Excel Poker, and Hey It's Miro. Quick 3+2 games. Thanks again for the raid. I expected pawn takes. This is interesting, though. So I can take that pawn on f5. I think I should try it. Maybe it's too dangerous, though. Damn. Famous last words. I'm going to get crushed here. Yeah. That was a bad idea. That was a very bad idea, what I just did there. Damn. Now, survival is not assured. This is a bad idea. No, I can't play pawn takes f. I thought he was going to take and I would be alright. But bishop h6 looks really strong. I am in a lot of trouble now. Unclear if I can survive here. We're going to try, but I don't trust my position. Looks really bad. I think I'm just lost. Probably I'm lost here. That's how I feel today, Miro. Sorry, man. Knight g4. Does that possibly aid in potential survival? Weird as this move is. Getting his queen off of h6 might be my only chance. Only chance. Do not take on f5. It was a terrible mistake. I just assumed he was going to take back. Yeah, I do. I need I need the knight on f6. But there's one other defensive setup I can try. I was surprised when he played pawn takes c3. I thought he would play b takes c3. But that does bring his knight to the d5. The point is I might be able to play a defensive setup based on f6. I can keep him off of g5, bring my knight back to e5, and then play like king h8, rook g8, rook g7. It might be possible for black to hold this. Although it feels like I made a horrible decision. I don't know, I'm going to go out for a walk and see if that helps. Guys, we're going to host a rapid tournament tomorrow night. Every week we host a tournament for our team, either Blitz or Rapid. Tomorrow night is Rapid. 7-round Rapid, 7+3 time control. Thanks everyone for tuning in, for subscribing. We had a sub from Nils today. Thanks to the Indo Queen for the raid. Alright, so queen h3 now. So that, as pointed out, h7 is seriously weak. If I play king h8, he plays knight g5, and I think I'm lost, right? What about another move, like pawn takes... Don't I have pawn takes e4 here? I think I do. And I'm threatening knight f2 check. Yeah, of course. But I think he should have played, I guess, queen h5 instead of queen h3. Now he's losing a piece. Well, trading pieces, it looks like. I like the idea of trading pieces. Well, I mean, at least here I'm in the game. You know, it looked like I was in huge trouble there before. This is not that bad, right? There's also this. I could have taken that pawn right away. But I mean, okay, I'm up a pawn. We have good control of e5. My rook is active. His king is wide open on the long diagonal. He'll have to cover that. I have knight d4, knight e5. I really thought I was lost after bishop h6. Yeah, I'm not sure about f6 either. I'm sure that it's not the only move. I was thinking like g5 or g8. You know, but objectively, that's not that big a deal for anybody. Six-hour what? Tips for playing with the board again. Oh, you got like... What do you got? Some sort of team? Take your time. That's what I'm saying to everyone all the time. Take your freaking time. That's not cool. The knight has to go. So what does that mean, Nils? It's like an individual tournament, or you play like against other clubs in like a team format or something? Or do they just play like informal games and such? Technically winning. We are technically technical. Honestly, logical more than chaotic, I think. He's playing a closed Sicilian style setup. Bishop c4, d5. He should try this at least. I want to just take a look. We gotta go in 5-10 minutes, but I just want to see when he played bishop h6. Am I lost? I felt like lost, but no, it's okay for black. Wow. Wow, I can even take on g2. I mean b2. Or even king h8. I was way too pessimistic here. So it turns out that pawn takes f5 was okay. It's my best move. Damn. I was sure I had screwed up here. Amazing. But again, I'm not a computer. I was terrified of like take, king h8, knight g5. There I'm lost, it looks like. So the point is knight g4. This was my only move. He should have played queen h5. And then I have to try the f6. Yeah, I was doing better than I thought. Alright, 3-2 games quickly, I gotta go. I normally don't play these fast blitz games, but just for fun. Yeah, I mean, you can't take the engine's evaluations too literally, because you're not a computer, you know? There are a lot of positions where, oh, okay, black's totally winning. Yeah, if you play perfectly and you can calculate 39 moves deep. Sure, it's fine. Great. Oh, but you're not a computer. Okay. I forgot. Now, if someone played like I'm playing with white, I would say they were a chicken-hearted noob. But with black, you know, you gotta make some concessions. Yeah, I thought I was like clearly messing up when you played bishop h6. I had fallen into some sort of trap. The moral of the story is not to take the engine evaluations too literally. You know, I mean, if it requires 39 moves of calculation to come to that conclusion, it's not necessarily bad. I'm basically playing Brasilimo / Moscow variation reversed. I mean, how deep is Stockfish 14? Now here he allowed a4. Is that even a good move? Or e4 now? e4. a4. Breaking the structure. Did I miss a strong move there? Like queen? No. Queen c5? Yes, queen c5, queen d2, queen a3. I'm not convinced. Astrobate, although rated only 1600, he has a unique style of play that's quite ingenious at times. Very intuitive. Yeah, that's not happening. I'm not giving you my white squared bishop. Absolutely out of the question. And bishop e6 sucks too. So I have to go here. My only move. Bishop d7. Or bishop c8 maybe should be Bishop c8 guards b7. Man, maybe that was the best move on the board. Wow. I already like crossed over. I didn't even consider this. Literally bishop c8. No, I don't know Hushembeth. I mean, I know him from his chess24 like videos and stuff. I don't really subscribe to that, but I know of them. Of course. I never met that guy. WJ Loof, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So he equalized. Or not. Creative equality. Damn it. Yeah. Play b5. I dare you. You didn't. That's why. Of course not. Rook a2. Oh, you drew with him 2 days ago. Blitz game. We're talking online. It's good. He's become a very strong player. 2600. Man, I don't know about this. Great game by Yevgeny. He was worse, but he managed to equalize. And now he's playing for more. Playing for more has been called. Can you please stop harassing me, Yevgeny? Maybe I should take with the bishop. No, not a good idea. We might have some problems here. Great game by White. Dare accepted. Man, I've got to go. But I'm gonna keep these challenges. Excel Poker. I promise to play. Salty Clown. Also a streamer. What am I doing? How did I go from like better to like totally worse? Damn. Can you just stop bothering me? I offer draw. You're slightly better. But I guess you know that. He might be satisfied with a draw though. Apparently not. Awkward position. That's awkward, man. Damn, look at that lineup. I just could have taken his knight. What? Yeah. That's why I don't play 3+2, you know, because of this. What a wonderful, like, quality of game we played in, like, the last 15 moves. I could have taken a free knight. You probably had, like, 2 wins. It just totally degenerates. What's my record against Magnus and Naka? I lost against Magnus once, but it was a really good game. I lost to Queen ending. Queen and 7 against Queen and 7, where it was rapid, and it probably was a draw, but he was just too fast, and So that was a very, very close game. And then against Hikaru, I don't know about Blitz. I mean, he's plus, but we've only played a few times. And in over-the-board chess, no, against Carlsen it was in real life. Against Nakamura, I have like 1 loss and 2 draws, I think. I lost the last time, but that should have been a draw too. All right. Repun, hardly anyone has online. Hardly anyone has over-the-board Blitz ratings. I mean, they only started it like 10 years ago, and frankly, I mean, I live in a country where there's like maybe 1 or 2 tournaments a year that are FIDE Blitz rated. I mean, hardly anyone even has a reliable rapid rating. I don't, I'm gonna play this again. I don't know what percentage of FIDE rated standard players actually have FIDE Blitz ratings. It's probably very low, you know? Like the Hungarian Blitz Championship, I don't think I'm even allowed to play in that because I'm a US Federation player. So I don't even know how I would get like a FIDE Blitz rating. There might be 1 or 2. But the problem is, like, you know, these chess federations have to pay like some fee to playing in, or, you know, to hosting a... They have to pay a fee to hold a FIDE Blitz tournament. I don't think that for the most part it's worth it. I have a rapid rating and that's based on probably like 30 games or something. No simul today, just on Sundays. So what are we doing to defend this? This is his special variation with bishop a6. Special. Yeah, we talked about this the other day. A4 instead of rook e1 is the main move. So black, you know, we can make an argument that black is better structurally. He has the better... My pawn on d5 is a weakness. That seems like the issue. No, I don't know if I'll ever get a FIDE Blitz rating. I don't even remember the last time I played in a Blitz tournament, to be honest. There aren't a lot of Blitz tournaments here. Rapid is more popular. Rook b1, does that seem like a good move? I guess. Sacrificing a pawn. Help yourself. Coffee. We'll talk about coffee. Running on like 3 hours of sleep. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I woke up after not sleeping at all. I remember being awake at 6 and then finally falling asleep again. Wait, knight e4. Hey, that's a good move. That was the point, right? Knight Knight's redundant on c7 and a6. I gotta go get some coffee. Maybe get a walk in. I can't sit here like this. Check. Nice move. Knight b4. Wow. Alright. It is what it is. Give me that bishop. That's right. Give me that bishop. Problem is, it's not so simple. What? 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 Give me that rook. Yeah, that's a different story. You guys are all fast. Everybody's super fast. I wish there were more slow players I could play against. I'm slower than everyone else. Feels bad. Thinking is painful and hard. It's like the simul game I had yesterday where my opponent refused to take my exchange offer. Why didn't I take on h6? What the hell am I doing here? He's basically freaking out. He's tired. It's late. It's really late for him too. There's been more freaking out from Hayes Miro lately than he used to. So where is the Excel Poker Challenge? I want to lose at least one game. I already lost one, actually. Co-chair, I can't do that. Did I play you already? It's disappeared. There it is. No, it keeps disappearing. Did I already play you? You rematch. Dutch. I think I only beat him in the Dutch. The London system. Oh, what do you play? Semislav? No? Yeah. We were talking about this yesterday. Fresh out of new ideas here. Yeah, I'm not supposed to play that line I played against you. I've always played that way, though. I had a very similar game. Was it the exact position? Similar to this. Oh yeah, maybe it was this exact position. I'm trying to think. I think the exact same position the other day. This is a theoretical novelty. Well, it was till I played it the other day. Well, no, I never played this. We had a different variation where I went bishop d2. But that's just always been a pet line of mine. That's not supposed to be great. Aspivate named his kitten after the Simpsons character. Alright. So this is... Wow. Coming to you live from another planet. G3. Don't think the engine suggested that one. Whoa. That's crazy, dude. So what do you do? That was not an option. Unbelievable. Oh my god, G3 probably loses by force to something that I can't see. Let's see, Queen H5. Not clear. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Well, you managed to come up with a new move. Queen F3. Maybe Queen F3 was the best move. I was unsure about F6, but that looks crazy. That loses by force. It's possible Queen F3 was strong. Well, I guess he plays pawn takes, queen takes, rook takes G7. No, it's not that clear. G3, interesting move. It did not flash up on the engine when I played this position and then analyzed it the other day. Clearly, G3 was not one of the moves the computer suggested. I actually missed this idea in my game the other day, and I would have had a winning position if I had played this move in the right moment. Sushi stream? Cats would love that. Long stream. I gotta go, guys. It's 1:45. Oof. Time for a quick walk and then make the donuts, Mr. Coffee. Check. Bishop F8, obviously. Knight E6, Queen E7. That's a funny variation, though. Knight E6, Queen E7, Queen H8 check, King D7, Queen takes G7. How does that work? This was my blunder last time. Ironically. The move that, like, lost my whole advantage. I'm obsessed with playing Knight takes E6. Let's see if it's a blunder here, too. It was double question mark in my first game in this line. Is it double question mark again? Or double exclamation point? Exclamation point. We've got a runner. Astrobate, it's only 9 hours. He resigned. Apparently I am winning. So, G3 novelty. This isn't the right position because the game I played the other day, something was different because there were no games with Knight G5. It was a different position. So this has already been played. Yeah, it was a different position. I'm sorry. Bishop on b7. The pawn was back on c7. Black had played maybe a6? Something was slightly different. It's lucky that knight g5 works here too. Wow, it's the best move according to Stockfish. By complete coincidence. Alright guys, I gotta go. Thanks for playing. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow for Tuesday Rapid Tournament. Thanks for the raid. We won a gallon of coffee, a tower of donuts. No donuts. I'm getting fat. Tower of coffee. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the donation, WJ Loof. Thanks for the raid. See everybody later. Bye-bye.